Thanks very much indeed. Well, thousands of people in the UK each year are born with a rare skin condition called congenital melanocytic nevus. For many, it's simply a small birthmark, but in rare cases, it can cover large parts of the body and face and can sometimes be life-threatening.
And those living with the condition often suffer discrimination because of it. A new book, though, it's released today, is urging people to see the person beneath the skin and wants children in particular to embrace their differences in the classroom. Well, two of those who feature in the book join us now. We have 8-year-old Rosabella with her mum Chantel from Beccles in Suffolk, and Joshua, who's 13, and his mum Emma Coulston in Surrey. And we have an extra one as well. I said there was two, but I think we've got three. From Liverpool, we can speak to Jodie Whitehouse, who runs a charity for people with CMN. Good morning to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, there was an exhibition of these pictures last year at the Oxo Tower, and I happened to be working there at the time, and I wandered through and I saw the photographs, and I was struck by every single one of them. They were absolutely beautiful and so compelling to look at all of the pictures and to see all of you that have modelled in these photos with this skin condition that you had. I didn't know of it, I wasn't aware of it, and yet I was struck with just how beautiful the pictures were and how brave you all were to be able to to be there and do it. They are amazing, absolutely amazing. Rosabella, let's start with you. I know that you do a lot of work with a charity that's putting the book out already, but how did you feel having your picture taken and being part of this amazing exhibition?
Excited, a lot.
Were you pleased with the picture when you eventually saw it?
Yeah.
It is really, really compelling, isn't it? It's absolutely stunning. Your mum's there as well, Chantel. Chantel, it must have been an amazing thing for you to see her in front of the camera, to see her as a model, to see her in that reflective glamour of being in that sort of environment. How does her skin condition affect Rosabella's life?
To be honest, we don't really find it does affect her life much more now, actually. It's just more a case that we've now got the support of the charity behind us, so we understand a lot more about it. And Rosabella just deals with it on a daily basis. At the beginning, when she was younger, it was a lot tougher. We didn't have the answers. Now we do, and we've got charity support, and she's out there and she's done everything she can through the exhibition and the photos. It's really wonderful.
And Joshua, you're also in the book. I imagine one of the motivations for you, and also look fantastic, is helping others understand the condition as well. Do you feel that it has helped that in a way?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What was it like for you? You know, you look confident now, you look great, but have you had times when it's been tough?
Yeah. It's everyone has tough times dealing with this condition, I think.
What sort of way?
Like people staring at you or asking questions out of nowhere.
Had you told your friends, Josh, that you were going to do this photo shoot and you're going to be part of this exhibition, or is this quite a surprise? Will this be a surprise for them?
I've told a few of my close friends. I didn't really mean for everyone to know.
We may have ruined that for you. They will know now. I wonder, Emma, how it is for a mum with a teenage boy who's going through this as well, and you're desperately trying to protect them like I am with my boys, and there's things that you can't, and Joshua needs just to go about life and get used to this sort of thing. How you found it?
Well, I think when he was young, it was much more complicated and difficult because we didn't know much about it. We didn't know how it was going to affect Josh as he sort of grew up. And there was a lot more concerns up until he was about age 2 because of tumours and things like that. But yeah, now, I mean, you know, he takes it in his stride, you know. He's so used to sort of being looked at and etc. It's just normal life for him, you know. But I think, you know, being involved in the exhibition and everything has really helped him be confident and accept the way that he looks, you know.
And rightly so. And as Ben said, you know, it is fantastic. It is fantastic to see it. Now, Jodie, I mean, there's a serious side to this, isn't it? In extreme cases, it can be life-threatening. And you've had to undergo a lot of operations throughout your time, including some because they didn't particularly know how to diagnose it.
Yes, so I'm much older than Josh and Rosabella, so I am 40. And when I was born, the doctors had never seen anything like the birthmark I had in their lives. So my birthmark covers all of my back and wraps around my stomach like a big jacket. And I have smaller marks over the rest of my body too. So the doctors saw this skin condition and thought we need to try and remove it in case it's cancerous. So I had over 30 operations in Liverpool to try and remove the CMN from my skin, but they just shaved off the top layer of skin. And what they didn't realise was the CMN just grew back through. So I still have the skin conditions the same today as what I did when I was born. And you're right, the condition can be serious. So children can be born with a condition that's grown on their brain and their spine. And in those cases, the condition can be fatal. But for those children that have it externally, which is the majority of children, then what we want to do is encourage those children to embrace their visible difference because they're all beautiful and to celebrate diversity.
And you must wish that something like this was around because it will make a big difference, won't it?
Oh, totally. So for me, growing up, I was very isolated. There was times where I felt quite insecure about the way I looked. So to have seen these photographs, I would have loved the skin I was in so much more. And to have this book within my school to be used as a teaching resource would just have erased any feelings I had of isolation or insecurity about the way I look. And to educate the general public is a fantastic thing because it just stops all those stares and glares. Because people are inquisitive and they want to know what the skin condition is. So to be able to have a book to look at rather than staring at the children who have got it is a really good thing.
Yeah.
It's wonderful, and it helps all people with all sorts of things that are unusual, actually, not just this condition, to feel good about the skin they're in, which is what we all want. Lovely to talk to all of you this morning.
Thank you all for joining us and being brave enough, Rosabella and Josh, for posing those photographs. Like I said, I saw the exhibition and it's absolutely extraordinary. And the book, How Do You See Me Now, you can get and you can see all the pictures. They're all very brave by doing it, but the
Really
pictures, you saw a couple of them, they are just so striking. They're just amazing.
You see more models, don't you, with different looks now?
Very much so.
Different conditions, but different looks. I think it all helps. Now, still ahead on Good Morning Britain, as the Chancellor announces his new job support scheme, we'll get the thoughts of former Prime Minister Gordon Brown next. He wanted the furlough scheme extended. What does he think of this solution?
We're going to get the news, travel and weather where you are before that. See you in a bit.